Right now, every atom in your body is spinning. Not orbiting, not vibrating. Spinning, like a tiny top. And if you put those spinning atoms in a strong enough magnetic field, something wild happens. They start to sing. That's not a metaphor. That is literally how one of the most powerful medical machines ever built can see inside your body without making a single cut. And it all starts with water. Your body is about 60% water. Every single water molecule contains 2 hydrogen atoms, and at the center of each hydrogen atom sits a proton. Here's the wild part. Those protons spin, constantly, like tiny tops that never wind down, and because they carry an electric charge while they're spinning, each one generates its own tiny magnetic field. You're walking around right now with trillions upon trillions of microscopic bar magnets inside you, and you have absolutely no idea. Normally, all those tiny magnets point in random directions. They cancel each other out. You don't stick to your refrigerator when you walk past it, but an MRI machine has a superconducting magnet that generates a field about 30,000 times stronger than Earth's. When you slide into that tube, it grabs hold of your protons and forces them to line up. Billions upon billions of them, all snapping to attention, pointing the same direction like soldiers standing in formation. Just like that, your whole body becomes one giant organized magnet. Now comes the clever part. The machine fires a pulse of radio waves at your body at exactly the right frequency. This is where the resonance in MRI comes from. It works like pushing a kid on a swing. Push at just the right moment and the swing goes higher. The radio pulse hits your protons at their natural frequency and tips them out of alignment. They wobble, they tilt, and for a brief moment, they're all out of sync. Then the machine stops and listens. As the protons snap back into alignment, each one releases a tiny burst of energy as a radio wave. The machine picks up that signal. But here's what makes it genius. Different tissues snap back at different speeds. Fat recovers quickly, water takes longer. Brain tissue, muscle, cartilage, bone marrow, every type of tissue has its own unique rhythm. The MRI doesn't take a picture of you. It listens to a symphony. But how does the machine know where each signal is coming from? Your left knee and right knee both contain water. So the machine uses something called gradient coils. These are extra electromagnets that make the magnetic field slightly different at every point in your body. That means protons in different locations spin at slightly different frequencies. Your left knee hums at one pitch. Your right knee hums at another. The machine separates them like tuning into different radio stations. Those gradient coils are also the reason MRI machines are so incredibly loud. They switch on and off thousands of times per second, and each time they do, they vibrate against their housing. The result sounds like someone jackhammering inside a metal barrel. That banging and buzzing can reach 115 decibels, louder than a rock concert. It's so loud that patients wear earplugs or headphones. All that noise is the sound of the machine scanning through your body one slice at a time. To generate a magnetic field, this powerful MRI machines use superconducting wire. This wire is bathed in liquid helium at negative 269 degrees Celsius, just 4 degrees above absolute zero. At that temperature, electricity flows through the wire with zero resistance. Once engineers start the current flowing, it never stops. Most MRI magnets have been running continuously for years, even decades, without anyone adding more power. The magnet is always on, even when no one is being scanned. And that constant magnetic field creates some terrifying hazards. A stray paperclip near the machine becomes a bullet, accelerating to 40 miles per hour as it flies toward the bore. Scissors, oxygen tanks, even wheelchairs have been yanked across rooms and pinned against the machine. There's no off switch you can hit in an emergency. The only way to shut the magnet down is a quench, where the liquid helium boils off in seconds, flooding the room with freezing gas. It's a last resort. Here's a fun piece of history. MRI was originally called NMRI, which stands for Nuclear Magnetic Resonance Imaging. The nuclear part just refers to the atomic nucleus, the proton at the heart of each hydrogen atom that makes the whole thing work. It has absolutely nothing to do with nuclear radiation or radioactivity. But when hospitals started offering the scans to patients in the 1980s, people heard the word nuclear and panicked. so the medical community quietly dropped it and just called it MRI. Same technology, much better branding. And the results are worth all the noise and claustrophobia. MRI reveals soft tissue in extraordinary detail. Doctors can spot tumors, torn ligaments, herniated discs, and inflammation that X-rays completely miss. Neurologists use it to map brain activity in real time, watching which regions light up when you think, speak, or move. Cardiologists can track blood flowing through your heart. And unlike CT scans or X-rays, MRI uses zero ionizing radiation. No cuts, no needles, no side effects. Just magnets and radio waves. So the next time you find yourself lying inside that narrow tube, listening to the banging and buzzing all around you, remember what's actually happening. A magnetic field 30,000 times stronger than Earth's is organizing trillions of atoms inside your body. Radio waves are tipping them over, and as they snap back into place, each one whispers a tiny radio signal, a secret about what's inside you. You were always a radio tower, broadcasting from every cell. You just needed the right machine to tune in. If you like this video, check out one of these, and don't forget to subscribe.